In order for me to be successful at my own dealership here in Georgetown, Indiana, I've got to do something today that I didn't think I was gonna do. You read the title of this video correctly. I am getting rid of all of my cars. And unfortunately, that means we've got to unwrap the C8.
Ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the combat. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback.
And that 10 seconds you just saw was day one. Welcome to day two of getting this unwrapped for sale. Yes, this is 4 hours worth of work, and I can tell you right now, I have a lot of respect for people who wrap cars because I'm unwrapping the car, which I would have to assume is much easier than wrapping the car. I never want to do this a day in my life ever. But wow, this car being white, it's a little sad to be honest with you. I love this wrap. I know a lot of people hate it, a lot of people love it, but I love the wrap on this car. So when they wrapped this car, they took the front fascia off, they took the rear fascia off. So I have a lot of wrap inside in there, right? So I've got to get down to the nitty gritty and get that stuff out of there. I took this all apart right here. I'm gonna try not to take this apart. This was kind of a pain in the butt to take apart, but I'm gonna try not to. But we've got all of this up here to do. We got the whole rear fascia to do. I've got all that done. And this took, like I think I said already, but this took 4 hours just right here. So I got all of this to do down here as well. And we got this all done here. And this was like, I started this and just decided not to do it, but we got all this over here to get off as well. And then once we get done, we have to clay bar the entire car. So if you hear this, and then this, I've already clay barred this just to test it, and this is not. So there's a lot of glue residue left over on here, but luckily my boys at Adams have this amazing clay bar mitt, which is so much better than a piece of clay, and their detail spray. And that'll make this a whole lot easier. And then we have the clear bra that was put on here. This stuff was sprayed on. This was new technology back in 2020. This is sprayed on rather than laid on. So it goes up over the corners and all that stuff. So we got to get that off as well. As I finish up, probably the second night here as I get this stuff off. You know, I had 4 hours last night, and I'm at 3 hours right now working tonight. And just quiet out here. I'm not doing anything, not talking to anybody, just, you know, just me in my head, my thoughts and stuff like that. And some of the things that came to my mind while I'm doing this is that, you know, everything's got sacrifices in life. And I don't really look at selling this car as a sacrifice. I'm not too emotional about it right now, but there's some emotional attachments to this car. This is my first six-figure car. This is a $105,000 car. And then we spent all the money on the turbos and the wing and the wrap and everything else, carbon fiber, ground effects, all that stuff. And I just reflect back that I worked really hard to do this, and nothing of this was bought from selling cars. It was all from social media. So you guys watching me, appreciate it. This is because I create videos and do all that stuff. Every penny that I ever spent on this car was coming out of social media business accounts. But one thing that I thought about that's really weird is, you know, it's been 45 days now since I left the dealership. And one thing I realized is how little drama there is. Literally zero drama. There's no drama. And I remember back in the day, and this is probably like 6, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, somewhere in that range, we had a salesperson. He dated a lot, right? And he was really weird and stuff like that. I was sitting here thinking that, you know, this is just part of the drama that I love about having my own store and about doing my own thing. And giving up a car like this to get rid of the drama is 1000% worth it. And the drama part of it was this girl that he was dating. He was moving to Colorado or somewhere out west there. And somebody texted this girl, like kind of outing him, like, "Hey, listen, he's just in it for the sex, and he's not really in it for a relationship and stuff like that." And I don't know anything about it, I was blamed for it. I was blatantly blamed for it. It was Christmas season, and we were supposed to have our company Christmas party that evening, and beforehand, a bunch of us would get together, and I was supposed to go out that night with them, and literally they sat there and told me not to come, that I was not part of their group anymore. And I'm like, I didn't do this. Like, why would you even think that it was me? Why would you even blame me? That's kind of one thing I hate about the car business is the drama, and coming along with the drama is the jealousy of it. And that's one thing I'm like really excited about is that over the past 45 days, I've had zero drama, nothing. Like my wife and I get along great. We don't argue, we don't fight. We have a lot of fun together. It's fun having her part of the delership. We literally are spending 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with each other, which is really unique because for 22 years, all I've done was work, and we're still working a little bit different. So I want to sacrifice this car to have an experience like that. And I want to have that experience for anybody that I hire, right? Drama-free, no BS, check your ego at the door. And that's one thing the car business is full of is egos. And I really just hate all of that. And Ryan Bachman said this years ago, and I wish he would have done it. But he was going to get rid of Salesman of the Month. I listen to Grant Cardone a lot, and I listen to a lot of motivational people. And one of the things that I learned 4 or 5 years ago to not compete with anyone else. And when I met Rick Conti, I felt there was tension there, right? I felt the tension there, and we hung out that evening and we talked to each other. And I literally looked him straight in his eye, and I'm like, listen, I'm not competing with you. I don't want to compete with you. I don't compete with anybody. I only compete with myself. And as soon as I learned to do that 5 years ago, it's amazing what I'm capable of doing and what you can be capable of doing too. I don't care what this person over here is doing. I don't care what this person over here is doing. I don't care what the person back there or over there is doing. I only care about me, and I want to compete with myself, see how much I can do, how much better and more over the top of what I ever thought I could do. I never thought I would own a car like this. And this is just a small itty-bitty sacrifice to see what I can do with this dealership. And I know there's people out there wanting to see me fail, hoping to see me fail, and we may fail. I don't think we will. I think we're gonna be really successful. I'm really excited about starting the dealership during this time because it's tough. And when you start something that's easy, when the times get tough, that's when you fail. I start when it's tough. When it's easy, and it goes back to being tough. I remember what it was like back in 2021, 2022. I remember what it was like in 2009, 2010, 2008 as well. And I just wanted to share that little itty-bitty story with you while I finish up this car. And we're selling the C7, and it's only, all this money's going right into the stores, all going into the business so that we can do better for everyone, that I can take that liquid capital and invest it into cars and sell them at the right price, at the right interest rates, sell warranties at the right warranty cost. We're only marking up warranties $500 over costs, so, and that's very, very fair. Dealerships typically want to double them, $1,500, $2,000 profit. So I'm doing it because you guys follow me, you guys sit there and want to see me do good. And I want to return that respect that you have for me to you. That way, if I can ever help you out, that I can help you out. So I'm going to finish this up. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a story of why we're getting rid of this car. It's for the better. Our goal is to get a franchise store. We have a long way to go. That's probably a 5-year goal, is to get a franchise store. And but we have a lot of work to do. And the first bit of work is getting rid of high dollar assets that neither one of my companies need to have. And actually three of them don't need to have high dollar assets, but my personal life doesn't need to have high dollar assets, which I don't have any cars that I pay for myself. All my cars, my media company pays for, and then we don't need to have any debt with the car store because it's only going to help everyone out. So that's the reason I'm getting rid of the car. And the C7's for sale for $56,000. This one's for sale for $90,000, twin turbos and all. That's exactly the way the setup is. And this is gonna make it a fantastic car from someone. And I gotta do a little bit more work on the C7. I'll show you that here in a second, but it's gonna be tough, I think, getting rid of that car. And just like that, we are completely 100% done with the C8. And yes, we are in a completely different scene here because we're at the back of the dealership, because I had the C7 here for so long because we had it torn apart, and I wanted to bring this here because I needed more room to take the rear and front fascia off to get the wrap off completely, and just didn't have that type of room at home. So you can now see it's back to white, which is, this is truly a shame. It's all done with the exception of the little itty bitty things here, and then for whatever reason I have left this to go for last. I guess this is good news, but I do believe the C8 is sold. I have a $50,000 deposit on this car right now, so that only leads us to the C7 to be available for sale, and one other item that we do have that I haven't mentioned in this video for sale. And if you want to reach out to me, I'll put links in the description, but mikescarstore.com has got the C7 listing, and I just lowered it to $54,995. It's a great price, and it's got some really awesome equipment on it, which has got the full listing exactly of everything on that car. But also, if you're looking for a car to mod, we've got a full supercharger system by ProCharger for the C7. This is a brand new system. I was gonna put it on the C7. I decided not to. It's available. This is gonna probably sell for just like right over $5 grand. These things are $6,000+ brand new, and plus I also have the LT4 injectors and fuel pump to go with this system as well. That's separate, probably about $1,500 or $1,600 to get those items, and those are at a huge discount as well. This is not a distress sale. I'm not liquidating everything. I just truly think that I don't need to have this type of money wrapped up into toys, that I can invest into the company, and our goal for this company is to be debt-free 100%. If we're debt-free, that means we can do more and better things for our clients and our customers and you guys as well. So I hope you guys support us, support our decision. There's gonna be more cars like this down the road. This is very temporary to make sure that this company gets off the ground and running extremely fast. We appreciate your support and love you so much.